Hello, my name is Cody Kellner, and I'm the creator of the Cody Kellner Points Index College Football Ranking System. Today I'll be providing a demonstration as to how my ranking system operates and how the games and scores are recorded during the course of the season. Right here you see my preseason poll where Ohio State is number 1, TCU is number 2, Alabama is number 3, and Oregon is at number 4. I'll be showing you how my preseason ratings right here were calculated, and we'll also be looking at a hypothetical game as well. Okay, on the first spreadsheet of my ranking system, I just record the winners and losers of each game. I have drop-down boxes for each team, and I record their score and the results. This is the page for the games for this current season for 2015. On sheet 2, this is where the results from 2015 are then merged with the results of 2014. And once those results are merged together, I will have my final rankings tabulated. Since we're doing a preseason poll, I won't be considering anything for 2015 because nothing has been played. Everything will be reflective of what happened in 2014. We're going to run the macro and tabulate the results, which take about 45 seconds to operate. Now, what's important to note here is on the second page, again, these are where the results of 2015 and 2014 kind of come together. And this is the characteristic of an advanced rating system to where every game, all the teams are all connected to each other. So that's why it's important that teams that you play during the course of the season, it's important that they go on and beat other teams because that in turn helps your own team's rating as the season moves forward. Now on the flip side, if you lose to a team and they turn around and lose to other teams on the road, that in turn will again hurt your rating as the season progresses. So again, my rating system considers the winners and losers of each game and the scores of each game. And the results of 2014 will diminish as the 2015 season progresses. And the reason I like doing it this way is because if there's a team that you know that's really good going into the season and they have a weak non-conference schedule early in the year, considering the results from last season will help justify mathematically keeping that team highly ranked early in the year until they start playing stronger competition. So again, here's my preseason ratings where Ohio State again 1, TCU 2, Alabama 3, Oregon 4. And these are the results that I currently have on my website. Okay, now let's put in a hypothetical game. Let's say, for example, Baylor. Number 12 Baylor was to play. So number 12 Baylor was to play number 1 Ohio State. Now my ranking system is built on the idea that the defense wins championships. So the closer a team can get to a shutout, the more points that they will get for winning that game. So let's say Baylor shuts out Ohio State. Now again, my rating system does not consider the location of the game. It just considers winners and losers in the score. Again, we have drop-down boxes for every team in the country. Let's say Baylor wins 14-0 over Ohio State. Okay, we will run the macro again. And again, this will be the only game for 2015 that's going to be considered in my rating system. So again, the Baylor-Ohio State game is going to then be merged with the results of the 2014 season. But keep in mind that the results, this 2015 hypothetical game between Baylor and Ohio State will be ranked, will have a little bit more weight to it than, let's say, if they would have played this game in 2014, just based on the way the formulas are built. Now again, Baylor was number 12 going into this game where Ohio State was ranked number 1. I'm curious to see how high up Baylor does move in this poll. Now again, keep in mind that during the season, there's about 50 or 60 games that are played each week. So putting in all the scores, there's a lot of different scenarios week to week. So it's kind of hard to come up with these hypothetical results each week just because there's so many different variables in terms of winners and losers in the score. But this demonstration right here will show you how the teams move up and down based on the results of various games. So again, let's say Baylor, number 12 Baylor was to have beaten number 1 Ohio State and shut them out. That would have brought Baylor up from number 12 up to the number 1 ranking, and it would have dropped Ohio State from number 1 to number 6. Now Baylor and TCU would have a very similar rating. Baylor would have 68.49, whereas TCU would have 68.220. Now again, TCU was number 2 in my preseason poll, and they did not play in this demonstration, so they would have remained at number 2, which I can't guarantee is always the case. Some teams do fall after taking a week off, and in fact some teams fall for playing a weak opponent, whereas in some cases they may be better off just taking the week off than, let's say, playing a team from the FCS. So again, Baylor would have moved up to number 12, up to number 1 for winning that game. Now let's say Baylor was to have won 14-10 by only 4, but again, it's not a shutout. Just from looking at the results, I don't think Baylor would have moved up from number 12 to number 1 if they would have won just by 4, allowing Ohio State to score 10 points. I see TCU moving up to the number 1 ranking. But nevertheless, Baylor will move up quite high for beating the number 1 team in the nation. And again, this demonstration will represent that TCU, even though they did not play, they didn't beat anybody, they were able to move up to the number 1 ranking because number 1 Ohio State fell to Baylor. Okay, and there we are. Number 12 Baylor moved up to number 6 by winning 14-10 over Ohio State. Ohio State stayed ahead of Baylor from falling from number 1 down to number 5. So even though Baylor wins the head-to-head matchup, Baylor did not win by enough points to move past Ohio State in my ranking, leaving Ohio State 5, Baylor at number 6. TCU then moves up from number 2 to number 1. And that's my demonstration for today. I thank you for taking time to watch this and see how my ranking system operates. Feel free to keep up with my system and my results as the season progresses at www.kellnerratings.com. Thank you again for your time.